Hey guys, how are you doing today? It's good to have you here. Well, today we'll be talking about Irys and specifically how to store some stuff on Irys. Well, this is officially a beginner's guide to store stuff on Irys, text, images, folders, etc. But what is Irys? Irys is a layer 1 blockchain for programmable data storage. It lets programmers store data, verify data, attach logic to data, and integrate those data directly into the apps. Well, what will we do today? Today we're just going to upload or store data on Irys. We'll store strings, starting from strings. We'll store files, text files. We'll store images and also folders. Before we get started, where can you get help when building? Maybe you run into an issue or an error. Well, the best place to check is Irys Docs, and you can access it using the link just right there. Also, you can reach out to me on X and join the Irys Discord. Let's get started. Well, first thing we need to do is to create a terminal. Sorry, not create a terminal. We need to create a directory. Documents, Irys. I already have the Irys directory here, so I'm just going to, and we're good. So let's just call this store stuff on Irys. Store stuff on Irys. Sounds good. We just cd into that directory and open it on our code editor. I'm using VS Code. I like VS Code. Everybody likes VS Code. Okay, let's initialize a JavaScript project using npm. By the way, you should have Node installed and npm also. Yeah. So if you don't have that, you get that and dive right into the video. So let's initialize the JavaScript project. Okay, we have the name and we have what we need. All right, so let's create a folder, a file, sorry, index.js, and let's dive right in. I'm going to create another file where we write our Irys integration, and simply I'm just going to create a function uploader and say this is an async function. Alright, so create a variable, const name Irys, let's say uploader. Well, we don't have uploader. Yes, because that's what we need to install Irys uploader. Let me make this bigger. So right in our directory, we're going to install Irys uploader. I will work at Irys uploader. We need that guy. Let me try install. Oh, not uploader, Irys upload. Sorry about that. Irys upload. So while that is uploading, something else we need. Let's check the Irys docs. We also need Irys upload Ethereum. So we use Ethereum in specific. So I'm just gonna write this here. Ethereum. Yeah, okay, nice. So npm install Irys upload. It should be, yeah, upload Ethereum, and that is found. No error. Yeah, so this is Irys docs, and you can learn a lot about Irys from here. What Irys is, why Irys, and a bunch of cool other stuff. So we are building, and specifically we are uploading. All right, that is done. So now we will get uploader. Good, now we see uploader from Irys upload, and we want to use Ethereum also from Irys upload Ethereum, and we'll say dot I forgot. With wallet, yes, with wallet, and we're not going to put our private key here, because what if we push this to GitHub? So we're just gonna private key. So best thing to do is to create a .env file like so, and say private key. So we need .env to do this, and just say equals to, and get your Ethereum wallet private key and upload, and just paste it here, and you'll be good. You should be good. All right, I have some somewhere. So let's just say copy. Yes, .env. Copy into store stuff on Irys. Okay, so I have that here. All right, and that should contain your private key. So all we need to do is just to return Irys, and then we need to export this function. Export default. The function. All right, so we're just initializing Irys here, and all right, so upload stuff. Yeah, we can go with that. Also an async function. I think we need to await this. Yeah. So const Irys, I will say get Irys uploader. Like so. Okay, so we get this from here. So we also want to await this. Await. Wow. Await. Nice. So Irys dot upload. Good. So we have the upload function, and let's just upload something. Let's start with the text. Const data to upload. Irys. Okay, so let's upload this. Let's catch some errors. We're going to wrap this in a try and catch. So we try uploading, and if everything works fine, let's just console.log what we uploaded. So we'll just say upload successfully. Upload successfully. And we'll just link them to Irys gateway. XYZ. Okay, we're missing something here. All right. This and this. So we have to store this in a variable. What Irys upload returns, we have to store it in a variable. So let's just say const response. And we will get the response dot id. No, we don't need to await id. That's okay. So what if we have error while uploading? We will just say error while uploading and just log out the error. Okay, so let's call upload stuff and let's run this. Node index.js. Okay, we need to explicitly say .js. Okay, we need to use imports instead of require. Okay, because this is modern JavaScript. Okay, so let's import Ethereum from okay, so we're just going to change this to from. I need to get rid of the brackets. I'm going to say import. Okay, we don't need this guy. All right, let's run this and see what other error we get. And we do have an error. Where is this coming from? Index.js. Index.js. Provider wallet is undefined. Ah, I see. We need .env. Well, first of all, we need to install .env. Okay, so import .env. Nice config. All right, let's run this and see if we get an error. Console is not a function. Oh, console.log. All right, one last try. Upload successful, undefined.
It's 17 hours.
Oh, we need to await this. Yeah, we need to wait for Irys to finish loading. Let's try that one more time. Upload successful. Nice. Let's get the link. Copy this. Let's try from here. Oh, now we asked to download the file. Okay, let's just say text file. Okay, and open in folder. Irys. Yeah, we get the text Irys. All right, so let's upload more things to Irys. Let's upload the file. Let's upload the file. So first thing we need to change to upload the file, we just say upload file, and we also need to make this a file directory. So we're to create a file and say text.txt. Yes, I just say I upload uploaded this text file to Irys. Okay, so we need to make this a directory of the text file. Okay, text.txt, txt. All right, so let's try this. Upload successful. Let's copy that. And okay. Yeah, then we get the file. I uploaded this text file to Irys. Pretty cool, right? Well, let's do more. Let's upload an image, for instance. Let's upload an image, for instance. Where do we get an image? Okay, let's get an image. But I have this nice image of someone. So let's access our Irys folder, tutorials, stuff on Irys. And let's just create a folder here of what do we call this? Should we just say folder? Okay, so let's drag this into folder. Nice. Alright, so we should have that text, or we definitely want to rename this image. Alright, so we just change this to image. Oh, no, we need to first of all cd into the folder directory that has the image. Image.png, not txt. Alright, let's try this. Not enough balance for transaction. Okay, yes, this would be a good time to mention. Uploading stuff on Irys lesser than 100 KB are free, but for larger upload, we will need to fund our accounts. Yes, so I have Sepolia it, so I'm going to use Sepolia testnet to actually upload stuff on Irys. So because this image is larger than 100 KB, so let's do that. First of all, we need some modification where we define Irys. We're just going to say with wallet and with RPC. Nice. And we need to define RPC. So we need to get an RPC. Okay. Usually where we go is chainlist.org. So I'm using Sepolia it. It's a testnet. So I'm just going to get Sepolia it. Say it Sepolia. Nice. Just pick one of these and confirm it's working. Nice, it's working. So back to our code, we're just going to paste this in. All right, and we will say RPC. Also, we need to make this run on DevNet. Yes, we need to use DevNet. All right, so I have some Sepolia it, so this should work. I do 0.7. Okay. All right, let's try this one more time. Nice. So this uploaded successfully, and let's see what we uploaded. and there we have our image. Nice. So finally, I'm just going to show you guys how to upload a folder, and we'll round up with this. So I also think the folder will be larger than what our freight here makes available for us. So we're still going to pay with Ethereum Sepal here. Okay. So first thing we need to change is this. Let's just upload the whole folder, and let's move this text inside of our folder. Yeah. So we don't need to do anything there. All right, we need to also change this to upload folder. And let's give it a go. Okay, folder uploaded. Let's check it out. All right, pretty print. Nice. So we see 3 things. So I think this should be the ID of our text. So if we were to copy this, open here, and replace this ID with this one, we see our text, and likewise the image. We also see our image. Nice. So there we have it, guys. Simple way to actually upload stuff on Irys. And as I mentioned, you can always get help. Check the Irys docs. If you have any blocker, you can reach out to me, and you can also join the Irys Discord. So in another video, I'll show how to actually query our data uploaded on Irys with GraphQL. Yeah. So keen to seeing what you build. Continue building on Irys, and happy building on Irys. Bye.